Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I'm your instructor Mavish. Let's get started with the chapter number 7 of your book, which is data verification and data validation. Before starting today's lecture, I want from you guys to please open your books and page number 85 so that we will able to start today's lecture. So in today's lecture, we will going to cover the topic 7.1 and 7.2. The topic of 7.1 in your book is data integrity and the topic of 7.2 is the types of error. So we will start with the first one, which is data integrity. Okay, data integrity is basically the rules and regulation for the input. You can say that the quality of outputs depends on the quality of input. So if we start with accurate data, it's mean we will get the accurate information. However, we can only process a limited amount of data, so it tend to make mistakes in processing. Computer are faster and more accurate, so that's why it become so popular. However, computer are not perfect either. If I take the real life example, for example, you might be score 85 percentage in your computer studies, but your report card says you scored only 70%. Because you remember the marks that were shown to you previously, you are able to spot the errors on the report card and point it out to your teacher. But a computer can't do this. It can't identify such errors, so we need some way of telling the computer how to spot such errors. So integrity means the rules, the regulation which depends on the quality of your input. Sometimes the data that is entered might not make sense. So if your report card says that you score 105 percentage in computer studies, you would know that a mistake has been made. This is because the data doesn't make sense. One can't score more than 100 percentage in any subject. So basically there are three rules of data integrity. You can see in this slide. First one is your completeness, second one is your accuracy, and third one is your sensibility. So completeness mean your data should be complete, or accuracy mean your data should be accurate, but sensibility mean your data have to make sense. It means I told you in previous example, if I say you got 105 percentage, that doesn't make any sense. But if I say you got 80 percentage, it makes sense. So your data should be sensible as well. So these are the rules of data integrity. Here you can see the definition of data integrity. Data integrity is the overall accuracy, completeness and sensibility of data. So here is the end of your first topic. You can see the figure of data shown in your slides, also in your book on page number 85, which shows the completeness, accuracy and sensibility, and these three terms makes data integrate or make data integrity. So data that is complete, accurate and sensible, what does it mean? It has integrity. Incomplete data can lead to wrong result. So if you leave out your marks on any of one subject when calculating your average percentage, your data would be incomplete. As a result, the average percentage you calculate would be very different from your true average percentage. So your data should be complete. Or if you enter the wrong total of your marks, you would again end up with the wrong average. So the data should be accurate. The same would happen if you entered a non-sensible value such as 105 percentage in a subject. Therefore, to obtain sound result, we should maintain data integrity. The data we input should be complete, accurate and sensible. So we will move to the topic 7.2, which is common types of error. I hope you can understand what is data integrity and the three terms completeness, accuracy and sensibility. So here you can see the common types of error. Basically, data error is very common in processings. Most of the errors occurs at the data entry stage. When you enter data, most of the error occurs at that time. So we might misread the data or a type a word incorrectly. For example, this might happen because of poor handwriting on data forms, hardware errors, and so on. Somehow you can say a type a mistake. For example, if I say to you to type the computer from your keyboard, the spelling of computer is computer, but you write it computer. It is your typing mistake. So these kinds of errors are known as the common types of error or typing errors. So we have discussed a few errors in the previous example. So we can group these errors into different categories. What are these errors? Incomplete data, inaccurate data, or nonsensible data. So doing so help us think of ways to avoid the correct them. Let's discuss some of the most common types of error. First one, I told you, it is about typing error. Second one is your transmission error, and third one is your programming errors. So start with the typing errors. Basically, people make typing errors when using the keyboard. They might accidentally hit a wrong key, resulting in a wrong word or number being entered. So the word kilobyte might be entered as kilobyte. Kilobyte spelling is Kilobyte, but you might be write it as Kilobite. So such errors are called transcriptions errors. Okay. So another type of error occur when we switch the places of the letter or number. For example, I told you about computer spelled TER, but you wrote this thing as TRE. So these kinds of errors is called transcriptions error, or you can say you can might mistakenly exchange the position of the letter R and E. So such error are called transposing errors. When you change the position of the letter, this is called transposing error. When you write another wrong word and type another wrong letter of ABC, for example kilobyte and kilobyte, you might be write I instead of Y. So these are called transcriptions errors. So these are the categories of your typing errors. Now move on to the transcription error. Transmission errors. Transmission errors mean the error occurs when data is shared across a computer network. So these error occur because of a problem in the transmission medium or the communication device, such as a cable or modem. What are your transmission modes? Your cable, your communication devices, for example fiber optics, is known as the communication medium or transmission medium. So we might have entered data correctly, but due to fault in the cable or modem, the data might not have been converted accurately into a digital or analog form. What is a digital form? 0 or 1. Analog form, the wave or the signals. So the result in poor output because the wrong data is received by the other computer is known as your transmission error. Now third one is your programming errors. Basically, some errors occurs because of a problem in the program itself. Your software is a program. Okay, so programmers are human beings, so they can make mistakes. When a programmer writes a wrong instruction in a program, the computer give a wrong result. So when a processes data according to the program, either the program is wrong, the computer cannot spot such errors because it is not intelligent. It simply does what it is told. And who told to the computer? Human being, the programmer. So if you can make mistake in doing programming, so the software resultant is also create that wrong result as your computer software. So if you get that instruction to the computer and give computer as an input, so there is a chance you will get the output as wrong. So these are the basic common types of error. First one is your typing errors, and further categorized into two categories. First one is transcription and second one is transposing, then transmission error, and third one is your programming error. So here is the end of your today's lecture. We will cover in today's lecture what is data integrity. In data integrity we will cover the three terms in completeness, accuracy, and sensibility. And after that we had covered common types of errors, these three types of errors. So this is the end of your today's lecture. Hope so you will understand this thing. If there is any difficulty you can ask me. So here is your homework for today's lecture. Question number one: what is data integrity? Basically this question is taken to your book exercise, so you have to write the answer of this question in your computer copies or in your computer worksheets. I prefer you to write the answer of this question in a separate sheet. Okay, so take care of yourself. This is the end of your today's lecture. Allah Hafiz.